I knew something was wrong the moment I heard the front door slam, loud enough to rattle the frames on the wall. Emily never slammed anything. She moved through the house like a whisper. Tonight she was a storm. "Are you okay?" I asked, stepping out of the kitchen. She didn't answer. She just stared at me with eyes that looked different, as I didn't recognize anymore. Then she dropped the sentence that detonated every quiet part of my life. "I regret every single day I wasted with you." My chest tightened so fast I forgot to breathe. What did you just say?" Emily crossed her arms, leaning against the counter like she'd been rehearsing this moment for months. "I opened our marriage," she said. 2 months ago. I didn't tell you because I knew how you'd react. But I'm done hiding it." My throat went dry. "You opened our marriage? Without telling me?" She rolled her eyes. "You never pay attention anyway." I took a step back as if the air between us had turned poisonous. "Are you seeing someone?" Her laugh was sharp and bitter. "Try 3. And they all make me feel more alive in one night than you did in 5 years. I swear I felt my heartbeat stutter. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw something. But all I could do was whisper. "Why?" She shrugged. "Because you're boring, Mark. Safe. Predictable. I want passion. I want excitement. I want someone who doesn't cling." Her voice softened only slightly. "I want to live before I die." And then she delivered the final slice, calm and almost cruelly gentle. "You're a chapter, Mark. I'm ready to start the next one." I didn't sleep that night. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the spot where she used to curl up against me, where she used to say she felt safest. How does someone go from loving you to resenting your existence? The next morning I tried talking to her again. "Emily, please. Just tell me if you're willing to fix this." She didn't look up from her phone. "There is nothing to fix." Something in me cracked. 3 days later, the real betrayal revealed itself. I wasn't looking for anything, I swear I wasn't. But when her laptop pinged with a new message, the preview flashed words that made my stomach drop. "Can't wait for tonight. Your husband's still clueless." My hand shook as I opened the thread. And that's when I learned the truth. It wasn't an open marriage. It wasn't 3 men. It was one man she'd been seeing for nearly a year. A coworker. Someone she'd sworn was just a friend. He was planning to leave his girlfriend for her. She was planning to move in with him, once things settled. And I was the idiot she'd planned to quietly discard. I closed the laptop, sat down, and let the numbness spread through me like frost. That's when something inside me changed. I didn't break. I didn't fall apart. I went still. And in that stillness I realized something important. I wasn't the weak one in this story. I didn't shout. I didn't confront her. I didn't beg. Instead, I gathered every message, every photo, every plan she'd made behind my back. I took screenshots, saved files, and printed a neat stack of evidence. Then I waited. That Friday, she and her lover had planned a work dinner. She came home late, laughing, smelling of a cologne I didn't wear. She walked into the living room and froze. I had laid everything on the coffee table. The messages, the photos, the printed screenshots arranged like a prosecutor's closing argument. Her face drained of color. "Mark, what is this?" I kept my voice calm. "Truth." She reached for one of the papers, hands trembling. "You went through my things?" "I went through the life you destroyed." She opened her mouth, but no words came out. I handed her the last sheet. "Divorce papers. I've already filed. You'll be served formally on Monday. The house is in my name, so you'll need to find somewhere else to stay." Her eyes widened in disbelief. "You're kicking me out?" "You can't." "I can. And I am." Her breathing quickened. "Mark, please. That's not fair." I was confused. "You were committed," I corrected. "Just not to me." For the first time in months I saw her facade crack. The confidence, the cruelty, the cold self-assurance. It all melted into panic. "You can't do this," she whispered, voice shaking. But I already had. 2 days later, her lover's girlfriend reached out to thank me. I hadn't contacted her. Emily's lover had. He'd confessed everything when he realized he couldn't leave his girlfriend, because of the baby she just told him she was pregnant with. And just like that, the fantasy world Emily had built collapsed in on itself. Her texts started coming in waves. "We can fix this. I made a mistake. Please let me talk to you. You don't have to do this. But I had nothing left to give. The last message she ever sent me said, I thought you'd fight for me. I didn't respond. Some people don't deserve to be fought for. I won't pretend walking away was easy. It wasn't. There were nights I lay awake wondering what I could have done differently. Days I felt like a ghost drifting through the ruins of the life we built. But every time I started to miss her, I remembered the way she said, I regret every single day I wasted with you. And I realized something. She wasn't regretting the time. She was regretting the stability, the loyalty, the love. Things she could never understand. Now, months later, I'm finally rediscovering myself. Not the man she tried to convince me I was boring, safe, forgettable. But the man who stood up for himself. The man who walked away. The man who learned that losing someone who doesn't value you isn't a loss at all.